With his outstanding ability to motivate his audiences to develop their God-given talents and abilities, Bryan Dodge is becoming one of America's most sought-after keynote speakers. His vibrant and spirited speaking style has made him an in-demand seminar instructor on topics of personal development, leadership, professional salesmanship, team building, and time management. After listening to him just once, you too will be confident about enhancing your own human potential and personal greatness.
Let's buckle up and fly. Are you ready? Say yes. Yes. All right. Because I do know one thing. The greatest asset we all have, and that's our time. Say true. That sucked. Say true. So being respectful of your time, there's a whole bunch I'm going to do for you very quickly. Number one is introduce myself. Why in the world would you be willing to even listen? Number two is to share some ideas and techniques in 3 different categories. Number one is personal development. Nothing changes until you change. Once you change, everything changes. Say true. Number 2 is how to have your best year ever. Who in this room wants this year and next year to be some of the best years you've ever had in your life? Let's hear it! Woohoo! Because it is your choice, you know. And then we're going to talk about something that really matters. Are you ready? Say yes. Who in this room has people reporting to you? Raise your hands. Who in this room has a friend? Raise your hands. Who in this room is looking for a friend? Raise your hands. Come on, folks. We lead every minute, every second of our life. Who in this room wants to have this as a major goal in your life? And that's to have consistent upward growth in your life. Raise your hands. Name of the game, isn't it? Anybody can have a great day and a bad day. Say true. Anybody can have a great week and a bad week. Say true. Anybody can be motivated in the morning and depressed in the afternoon. You're catching up on this concept, aren't you? He goes, true. It's called the EAT philosophy. Write this down. EAT. Somebody going, food. I like this guy. No, not food. It's a philosophy. If you're doing real well with each one of these categories, you're creating what we call upward consistent growth in your life, your business, and the opportunities. If you're missing one of these categories, I guarantee it's costing you a heck of a roller coaster ride. Take a look and see how well you're doing. E in the word EAT stands for being eager learner. Underneath the word eager, learner, you know what's interesting? Say what? I can sit down with you for 10 or 15, 20 minutes, tell you what your mind is. You the man. We're going on the road together. I can tell right now. Do you know why? Everybody say why. One word. If it's in your vocabulary, you're very open-minded. If it's not in your vocabulary, you're not. And I hate to break the news to you, but statistically proven, 80% of the people in this room have lost the word. Let's see if you can figure out which word I'm talking about. Who in this room has kids again? Raise your hands. How many kids you got? 2? What ages? You had to think about that, didn't you? We'll work on the memory tomorrow. You take a child between ages 3 and 5, and never forget something, folks. We learn everything we need to know about personal development between ages 3 and 5. That's proven. You take one word out of that child's vocabulary, which is called no, which could be an exciting thought. Say true. If you took that one out, what's one other word they use a ton other than no at that age? Ha! Did you hear her? She even had the tonality down. She goes, why? That was good. You know what I'm talking about. Mom, why you got a refrigerator? Keep food cold. Why want to keep food cold? Don't go bad. Why don't you go bad? So I get sick. Why aren't you sick? You know, they go on and on and on and on. You almost want to smack them. Underneath the word eager, write the word why and circle it. You have to see the look on your face. She goes, I can't believe they let him out. For the next 24 to 48 hours, see how often you use it. You know what you're going to find? You lost it. Do you know why? That makes a why. Oh, you're a quick group, you are. Number one reason is you get to a certain age you think you should know. Don't get there. We're in the information age. More information came in last night, and you can even learn today. Say true. And the second reason is killing corporate America, killing our economy, and killing this business. So stop it. We get around our peers, and we don't want them to know that what? That we don't know. Now you want to know the truth? Say yes. If you don't know, she doesn't either. So what do we have? We have two people talking about something that neither one knows anything about, and only in America can one still advance. I pick a compliment every year. This is my favorite compliment. About 6 years ago, a company called and says, we've got a problem. I said, what's your problem? They had 2,100 employees walking out. I said, yeah, that's a challenge. I said, how many employees you have? 2,100. I said, no, that's a big problem. So he said, I've heard you're weird. I said, yeah, I guess I am. He said, maybe can you come help us? I said, boy, I'd be more than honored to. Well, we showed up, had a good time. Folks, everything I'm talking about here today, I didn't invent the thing. It's a message. You own it as much as I do. The only difference is I understand why. I understand why I have to do what I have to do. Even though you have more talent in that one leg and one arm and one ear than I have altogether. You have no idea. I'll share more about that tomorrow with you. But the reality of it is, don't let things get in your way. They're not supposed to get in your way. Say true. So he calls back and said, we got a bigger challenge. I said, what's that? He says, we're growing too fast. I said, well, that's a challenge. Trust me on that one. So he said, we want you to come back. And so he called my partner and says, can we send out an email to all his employees? And they all said, we won't bring back the weird guy. So he calls my partner and he says, can we get Dodge? And he says, no, family vacation time. Can't touch him. So then he calls me direct and says, Dodge, you don't understand. 90% of my people ask for you. You got to show up. I said, no, you don't understand. 100% of my family asked for me. Say true. You cannot grow until you know the power of no. Then he says, your family loves the beach. I said, you got that right. He said, we're holding a meeting on the beach. I said, that's cool. He said, you bring your family down, we'll spoil it for 2 days. You spend 3 hours with my company. I said, now you're talking. You suck up to my family. You got my focus big time. Are you with me? Say yes. Because I know the rewards. And you know what's interesting? So we went down, had a wonderful time. My 3 kids flew back. They had soccer and football. Margaret and I flew back, got off the plane in DFW. We got off the plane, 15 people standing there. I said, would you guys all go home? And the guy looks right at me and says, we figured you out. Sound effects from the back row. He said, I've seen you speak 3 times. I've now watched you for 2.5 days. Met your family, saw you, got you figured out. I said, what'd you figure out? He said, we've all agreed. You got a crush on your wife.